Alright, so this is an $800 gaming PC build. So if you're interested in the parts, the links will be in our description if you are going to get this gaming PC. I have the same PC actually, I'm just lacking the GPU. So hey, if you want to see a gaming PC build like that, please press on that like button. Let's hit 500 likes for example. And it really needs for you to press on that like button so I know that this video is highly on demand or something of that sort. And yeah, as I told you, this gaming PC is, in my opinion, the best budget PC that you can get right now. It's pretty much the same in terms of the previous PC that went for $700 with the RX 6700 XT. If you're interested, check that one out. But that one has better specs in some areas and pretty much would perform the same, and it's got ray tracing capabilities. So yeah, looking at the benchmarks right now, if you decided to play the game like Spider-Man for example, we are looking at 4K and you'll get 60 frames per second. If you want to play a game like Call of Duty Warzone, you will hit really nice FPS. I'm pretty sure you'd go 144 FPS at 1080p, maximum settings even. Cyberpunk 2077 and 1440p with ray tracing on the maximum settings, you'll hit 60 frames per second. Red Dead Redemption 2, you'll also hit somewhere near 60 FPS at 1440p and maybe 4K, but with the medium to high settings. And we got Valorant of course, and yeah, this is a really good PC for Valorant. You'll hit 400 to 500 FPS. Same goes for Fortnite, you'll be around 360 to 400 frames per second at 1080p competitive and things of that sort. And we're looking at the Ryzen 5 5600. Now the reason I went with this CPU, it goes for $150 right now. It's from AMD, it's a 6-core 12-threaded CPU, and it's one of the best budget gaming CPUs that you can get right now. It's got all the bells and whistles you need. You can do streaming with it, you can do gaming of course, high frame rates gaming, you can do video editing, and there's nothing from the next gen Intel or AMD CPUs is going to replace that one, and of course the 12400 F2. So yeah, this is a CPU that will keep its value for some time and will also keep its place as the budget CPU gaming king. And the board, we went with something cheap. We went with the MSI i520M-A Pro. The reason we did that, because basically there isn't any CPUs in the future that's supported on this Ryzen board. You can go with a B550M board if you want to. I'd also link it down below, but both would get the job done. The B550M board has the specialty that you can actually overclock the CPU to get more performance, but you wouldn't really need that, so I'd leave that to you and you get to pick whatever you want. As for the RAM, we're looking at 32 gigabytes of DDR4 216 gigs of RAM. The reason I went with 32 gigs is because once I changed to 32 gigs myself, I've been having a breeze. I usually open multiple Chrome tabs and do some video editing next to that, and it can eat up a lot of RAM usage. But when it comes to gaming, 16 gigs is still more than fine actually. But 32 gigs seems to be like a good plus and a bit of a relief that you will not have to worry about in the future. While the SSD, we're looking at a 1TB M.2 SSD. The reason I went with that, it goes for $60. That's pretty cheap actually, and you can upgrade to with a mechanical hard drive, or you can get another M.2 SSD, or you can also get a SATA SSD in the future if you wanted more space. Now the GPU, we're looking at my favorite GPU right now given the price of it. We're looking at the NVIDIA RTX 3060 Ti. Now the reason I really love that one, because it's got the ray tracing capabilities, it's got NVIDIA DLSS, it's got all the NVIDIA bells and whistles, that puts it superior to AMD. It goes for $300 used. So yeah, if you decided to get this GPU used from eBay or Newegg refurbished, you'd get it around $300 to $350. Compared to the 6700 XT, it pretty much performs the same. A very good GPU that will give you great performance. It's an 8GB GPU and it really competes with the higher end GPUs on the market. It's one of the best for the price that it provides. And yeah, this is the highest GPU I would pair with the Ryzen 5 5600. So the fact that we are putting the maximum performance out of our PC for that really cheap budget is a great deal in my opinion. And the power supply, we're looking at an EVGA 650 or 700 watts, 80 plus bronze certified power supply. This PC wouldn't take up a lot of wattage. I myself have, I believe, a 500 watt one, and I'm gonna use on this PC if I got the 3060 Ti. And the case, my favorite case right now is the Fantex case G360A. But also I'll leave that to you because there are a variety of options. There's the Zolman case also that I love it a lot. So I'd leave that to you and depend on your liking and your budget, of course. So yeah, that's been it. If you like the video, press on that like button. If you want to see more videos of that kind, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.